freaking refund? That's probably what you're wondering. If you are new here, my name is Shannon Williams Jr. I am the OCPD coach. I'm a behavioral coach who focuses on helping people with different mental health struggles. They just want to hit goals and they keep getting in their own way, and they need help getting to that next step. So I help people with that. I also am a video game developer, a software engineer, a certified product owner, and I'm the type of person that loves to do problem solving. So if you are new to this channel, take that serious. Do not watch this video and skip forward and just say, hey, this content is not for me. Because I do think I have content for a whole lot of people, and that includes you. Now, let's hop to the good stuff, stuff you care about. You're probably wondering, where in the world is my IRS tax refund for the year of 2024? And if you are wondering this, you are not alone. I was wondering the same exact thing. In fact, I filed my taxes back in February, the beginning of February. I think the first week or second week of February. And I filed with not Credit Karma. What is the name of the company that I filed with? H&R Block. And H&R Block told me that my taxes will be returned to me, or actually my refund will be available within 2 weeks. And I want to say the date they gave me was about March 14th. It was a really good date. It was a sweet spot. And I said, okay, cool. I can wait till then. Well, long story short, it's getting closer and closer to that day. And I'm not seeing any information about my tax refund yet. I then go and they have the track my IRS, track my refund tool. So I use the track my refund tool. When I use that, it just says processing. So now I'm confused because I was told that it was already accepted by H&R Block, yet it wasn't. What are we supposed to do about this? What does that mean for my refund? Am I getting my refund on time? And a couple days later, a couple days past, say, we'll just see what happens. I'll let it pass. It comes to the date that I was supposed to get it via H&R Block, and my refund did not come. As a matter of fact, the status still said the same thing, accepted, but whatever, it just didn't make it. And I don't even think the date changed. It just stayed the same date. So no refund that day. And of course I was disappointed because I actually had plans for my refund that I'd already spent the money on, which probably wasn't smart, but it was my money. It was money that was owed to me. So I was expecting to get my money back, and I'd already known what I was going to spend it on. And what I did was I went to Reddit. They have an IRS section in Reddit, and I started reading everybody's reviews. And I'm going to tell you this first step, right? If you're trying to get your refund and you have not seen anywhere about what might be going on, you might need to verify your account. You're like, verify my account? Why? I've never had to verify my account. My information is updated. What do you mean verify? Well, apparently they say they do this sporadically, where they pick a handful of accounts, random accounts, and they actually will assess if it was fraud or if it was the person who is saying they submitted, who actually submitted it. So this is being told to me directly from the IRS, because I called and individuals also had this same experience, the same information related to them on the IRS Reddit. But they are saying that you need to verify your account. And if you do not verify your account, you will not get your money. They are not going to just let it lay over and say, hey, we'll give you your money anyways. They are going to require you to verify your account. You can verify your account in a few different ways. Let me grab something real quick. So I'll make sure there's no personal information on here. You will likely get a piece of paper in the mail. Just scratch some stuff off. You will likely get a piece of paper in the mail, and the piece of paper at the top of it will say, this. Verification of your identity and tax return is required. Please check your mail. immediately. Check your mail. I had mine in the mail and didn't even realize it until I went to the mailbox and saw it. So if you're one of those people where you don't read your physical mail, this is how they're sending it. They're not emailing you. They're not calling you. They are sending a piece of paper in the mail, and it comes from the IRS, Department of Treasury, Internal Revenue Service. It says time-sensitive information open immediately. The address on here is Austin, Texas, zip code 73301. And it will be an IRS notice CP 5071. That is the one I got. Other people might have different ones, but that's the one I got. Now, how do you verify is probably your next question. Well, you're going to need this paper. So if you don't have this paper, you can't verify unless you are able to get on the phone with somebody, and they might have an alternate way of verifying, because they say if you didn't get this and you put in a request and didn't get it again, then call them and see what's going on. But what it actually has you do on here is you can do step one, which is visit irs.gov/verify return, or scan the QR code and click the sign in to verify your identity and tax return button to use the identity and tax return verification service. If you have never used the IRS site, then you will have to create an account. If you already have the access to the site, then you just need to log in. And if you forgot to log in, they should have a way for you to actually get that information somehow. If you know that you have signed in the past, I think it's probably easier to just go ahead and find that login information somehow instead of trying to go through recreating another account, because I think these are tied to our social security numbers, if I'm not mistaken. And on this paper, they're going to give you two options. They say, if you did, so step two, they're going to give you a series of IRS questions that you need to answer. And these questions are going to be related to your 2023 tax return. So on the IRS site, when you go, you can actually pull up your transcript, download your transcript from last year, and view that information. That is the information that you're going to need for verification, potentially. That's what I needed. And it's going to ask you how much you were expecting. So how much was this tax return going to be? This is another thing that I got off H&R Block, because when I did it, they show you how much you were expecting before, and make sure this is before they take their cut. So this is the full amount before they take any cut or any special things that you decide to opt into, as well as the filing status. So how did you file, married, filing jointly, or single, whatever that might be. You are going to have on this piece of paper, though, if you did file the 2024 tax return, they're going to give you a control number. You need that number because that's what you're going to need to enter in. And then all the information that I just gave you, you need that as well. You go to the site. It's really fast. It's really simple, actually. You fill out the questionnaire, put in that control number, and it should tell you that, thank you, your account has been approved or has been verified. Now, what they don't tell you is this: that does not automatically kick your funds to go the next day. They actually have a whole process that takes time for them to review your account after you have verified it. Now, when I called, I got told that it would take them up to 9 weeks to review my account and give me my refund. It would take up to 9 weeks. Mind you, I'd already waited probably a month at this point, because this was a couple of days ago that I called, and that didn't seem right. So I decided to call again today just to verify. And when I called again today, mind you, I did my verification, I want to say it wasn't last week. It would have been the Friday before last week is when I did my verification. And when I called again today, I didn't tell them that I had done the verification in the past on the computer. I just told them I wanted to verify on the phone because I heard that was an option. He went into the system, found my account. He asked, had I already went through the verification process? Then I answered, yes, I have. And he said, well, your account is good. It shows approved. And he told me that it said that my return will be available March 26th. Today is March 21st. So we'll see if it comes. But he told me even if it does not show in the system that it has been processed and it's not showing on the Track My IRS, Track My Refund, that wasn't showing. He asked me what was that showing. I told him. He said he doesn't know why it's not showing, but he said my refund is on the way. that is the best advice that I can give you. If you have not received your refund, check the mail. Make sure they didn't send you a piece of paper. If for whatever reason you did not get that letter in the mail, there is an option on the IRS site to have it sent again. But first, I recommend that you confirm that your address is correct, because my address was at my address. Can't talk, y'all. I've been talking for like 10 hours straight. My address was incorrect, but my address somehow, I guess since I had the right address on my tax return, that's where they decided to send it. But my address for my IRS account was outdated. So I was expecting to have an issue, and then I was surprised when I saw it in the mailbox. But yeah, if you're wondering where your IRS tax return is, check that. Otherwise, if you are not going through this is another situation I ran into before. Sometimes you may owe the IRS money for years prior. If you do, they will, again, not call, they will not email. What they will do is take your entire refund or however much of it they need and apply it to past tax returns or past tax years. So they will cover their balance like that. So I had it where my wife and I, when we first got together, she had a little bit of a balance for taxes. When we did our taxes together, married, filing jointly, they actually cleared my entire refund. It was probably $7,000 or $8,000. They took my entire refund and applied it to past debt that we had with them because of the old tax returns. So just make sure you are checking the IRS site. Make sure you are calling them. I will do y'all a favor actually, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you the phone number that I was given. And this phone number, I had to wait. It was about a 26-minute wait, but they did a callback option and they called me back within 26 minutes. The phone number you want to call if you can't verify online or if you're having issues is the Taxpayer Protection Program hotline. That phone number is 800-830-5084. Again, that's 800-830-5084. They are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. local time. And it doesn't even say that they're unavailable during weekends. So they might be open every single day. But I know some IRS offices I've called in the past when I've called the IRS have said, hey, we're not open on the weekends. Try calling us on Monday, the automated system at least. So hopefully that information helps y'all out. I know it helped me out, and I would not have known about this had I not gone on Reddit, because where else are they publicizing it? I don't watch the news. I'm just not aware of where I would have found that information. If you found this helpful, make sure you share it with somebody else who might be having the same issue. And if you want to check out some more of my content on this channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm a real, authentic YouTube person. I'm not gonna say personality, but person. I like to keep it as honest as possible. I like to give strategies. And I actually like to help people in different situations. I like to help problem solve. So if you have an issue that you need help with that I might be able to solve in another video, make sure you comment it below. And if you like content, make sure you leave a subscribe. In the meantime, I want y'all to keep fighting for your life.